So eBay has AI. Let's talk about that. All right, welcome back to Mod Pop Thrift. My name is Tom. I'm a full-time eBay reseller and a stay-at-home dad for my 5 kids. My beautiful wife is carrying our 6th child right now, a girl. I did this the other day because somebody said that if you leave tape on these labels, they can fade. And so I stuck this up. I printed it twice for an experiment, and this has been up there for days now, like probably a week, and that didn't seem to affect it. I do what solds, and from time to time me and my kids go to Goodwill and garage sales and stuff, and so that's what we do on this channel. And today I have 7 items that need to ship, and I'm gonna go get those and then we'll come back together. So 7 super easy ones today. These are kind of interesting. They're just 80s PVC figures were a thing. Like any character with any notoriety had PVC figures in the 80s. These are Garfield, specifically Christmas and Trek, which is weird because Garfield's characters seem like Trek wouldn't be a thing. He's like running in shoes, so I'm assuming Trek. Anyhow, interesting thing about these is it's a international sale. I sold them for $11 plus shipping. Buyer paid $16.50 to me, but if you sell on eBay, you know, you see what the buyer paid in total, and these are going to Iceland, and the buyer paid $32 for those. I don't know what the exchange rate is. Maybe 32 American isn't a bunch of money for 2 tiny PVC figures in Icelandic money, but that seems like a lot. But okay, I'm happy with my $5.50 a piece on them. I'm sure I paid nothing for them. Big Husky brass belt buckle with a weird cartoony pig on it, and then it says Dynabuckle solid brass, Provo, Utah on the back. I like to buy vintage belt buckles. I didn't pay much for this. I think I paid $2 for a bunch of brass belt buckles at a thrift store that doesn't exist anymore. It's been closed for 2 years, so that's been listed a long time. $13.50 plus shipping, and that's the good thing about long tail items. Like you guys, if you follow the channel for 2 or 3 days, you know I would rather sell something cheap quickly than hold on to it to get top dollar. But I also really like items like this, where it's something that you list and forget, and I have probably 500 or 600 items in my store that are small, cheap, listed, forgotten about, and they just pop off and make me $13 every once in a while. And it's stuff that's kind of, at this point, that is passive income on top of the things that I'm selling that are active income. And it's not like multiple streams of revenue kind of a thing, but it is a thing where you have the stuff that sells really fast, and then you have the stuff that sells really slow, and as the stuff that sells really slow trickles out, it supplements what you're doing, and so that's cool. Narrow Wolf, these have been listed for about a week. Narrow Wolf, a lot of 10. These were Death Pile Hoarder House books, all kinds of different series that Rex Stout wrote. And so none of these are particularly old. This size is like late 60s, early 70s. And so they're collectible, they're good, but they're not fantastic. These jeans I left sitting over there, so I need to go get them. They're just Levi's 550s. I had a bunch of pairs of 550s in some tote that hadn't been inventoried in a long time, and I ended up just marking all the jeans down to $10 plus shipping because they obviously weren't selling at whatever they were listed at before. So then all 3 of those jeans have sold now for $10 plus shipping. And if you're picking them up for $1, Levi's will sell for $10 plus shipping. But chances are good you're not picking up Levi's for $1. So I wouldn't recommend selling Levi's for $10 plus shipping unless you can get them crazy cheap. But I just had these sitting around forever listed and nobody cared, so I wanted to get them moved. I just did a really fancy TikTok. I don't really mess with TikTok. The only reason that I put anything on TikTok is to try to move people from TikTok to the main channel, which is my main thing that I do. I would say I spend as much time on this channel as I do on regular eBay stuff too. So I'm trying to grow this to where it is not just a passion project and is a stream of income. And we're getting there. Anyway, I did a short, YouTube short on this here blender and a bunch of other blenders, and they sell, man. Small appliances, especially things that chop, food processors and blenders. You can pick them up under 10 bucks and most of the time, and they're worth a lot more than 10 bucks most of the time. That sold for $35 plus shipping, buyers all in at $44. This here is, it says SKC audio tapes. So it's like an advertisement for cassette tapes. And I paid $0.10 for it at a garage sale. And it's like a bag, like a tote bag, but it's also an inflatable, but it's not to be used for a flotation device or a toy. So I don't know what it was intended for. I suspect, honestly, I suspect that it's like, listen to your cassettes in the pool is probably what they had intended it for. I don't know. It's a neat, very late 80s, early 90s thing that I paid $0.10 for, listed for $14.99, and it sold plus shipping. And then 2 more Pew Pew sticks. I had a huge pile of Pew Pew sticks, and these are, I put the orange plug in the end of them. Whatever I did to put the orange plug in didn't work super well, but nobody's mistaking these. Like, you could walk up to a police officer and show him that and he wouldn't feel threatened. And that's the point of the orange thing, is so that it is obvious from far off that it's a toy. Well, these are probably pretty obvious from far off that they're a toy. And these sold for $12.99 free shipping. All of these toys were part of a lot that I bought, and I sold the top tier stuff a long time ago and decided these other ones weren't worth messing with. And so they sat in the death pile for 2 years, and then one day I'm like, I'm just going to do it. And so I pulled them out, I got them done, and most of them have sold 5 or 6 different lots for 20 bucks. So there's another $100 just because I took a half an hour and messed with that bag one day. That is all the sales. So I'm driving and Levi's recording me. And there's some construction going on. So eBay just put out a new AI program to write your descriptions for you. And somebody, I thought, man, I should talk about that in the next video. And somebody asked what my thoughts were on it. And my thoughts are basically this. eBay spent a whole bunch of money on this thing. And so they're probably going to favor sellers who are using it. And so it is probably going to become more important. I will, full disclosure, I don't put descriptions on anything unless it has flaws. I just do the title as the description and let the pictures speak for themselves. Essentially, I don't believe that buyers read descriptions for the most part. And so to me, the description is just like cover your tuchus thing, so that you can say, oh, that was in the description when I sold it. What actually comes out of the AI thing when you press give me an AI description, it is generated by your item descriptions, and then it's just like Billy Mays on Ron Popeil commercial, infomercial level, buy this today, weird silliness. But as opposed to what I'm doing now, which is nothing, I think it's better than nothing. I think that eBay will favor it because it's their new pretty toy, and I think that you will get, it isn't gonna hurt anything. And a lot of people are like, I think it sounds dumb, I think it sounds ingenuine, I think it sounds impersonal, and so I'm not gonna use it. And if you're in that camp, I agree with you, but eBay is putting 2 paragraphs, writing 2 paragraph descriptions for you, and so I think they're probably going to move the standard to items with 2 paragraph descriptions rank higher. Now, I don't have, and I base this on nothing, but I think they paid a lot of money to get this technology as part of their site, and I suspect they are going to favor it. I suspect that you're going to get better ranking having a 2 paragraph description. And I think that if you're not doing a 2 paragraph description now, it can only help, even if it is wonky and silly. If your item descriptions are, if your item specifics are on point, it is very good at its job. If you're missing an item description, you might have to move some things around, change some wording. If you have a flaw and it says this is an excellent condition because you didn't put any condition issues in it, you might have to change that. So it's proofreading 2 paragraphs and changing a word or 2. It's an okay program. I don't think that it's actually going to, I do not believe that anybody is going to read an AI description and be like, oh, that sold me for sure. But I do think that eBay is going to rank you higher if you use it or have an equivalent of it, and I do think that it is fine and it works, but it is totally based on your item specifics. So you have to enter the item specifics. Something that I did notice that I thought was interesting was if you press the button 3 times, once ChatGPT description comes up, twice it goes away, 3rd time a different one comes up. So if you don't like the first one, try again. I didn't try like a 5th time and see if you get a 3rd, but that's my thoughts on the new AI description tool. I think that eBay's going to favor it. I think that it's fine for what it is. I think that if you're not doing anything better than that, you might as well be doing that. And I think you have to do item description. You have to do item specifics to make it work. Okay, so this is me and Levi just randomly going in on a, what is it? Tuesday? No, it's trash day, so it's Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wednesday afternoon.
By the way, Wednesday's our trash day.
Now you know. $60. That's a good price for that. Look at the spider.
Yes.
Like those yellow
Arachnus dethicus.
How about a bunch of sockets for $4? They look like they're cheap.
Well, how much is that? Like 14.
Ooh, Levi, what do we see?
I see this.
Sweet Valley for $1.99. Babysitters Club for $1.99. That's a big lot of Babysitters Club.
Babysitters Club only sells for like $1 now.
Yeah, but there's like 9 of them for $4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for $4. Sweet Valley for $2. America Record. There's 2 America Records. So this is America. They're a fantastic band. The Outlaws. Haywood. BJ Thomas. Another America. Horse with No Name. Hugh Robinson. That looks cool. John Travolta. Tubes. Is that? What'd you find, Levi?
I found 4 Sims games. They also say Sims 3 on them, which is odd.
Yeah, they're all subsets. So plus Supernatural. So that's like a Ghost expansion pack.
So like $2, $4, $6, $8.
We'll put them in the cart and see what we can find. This is pretty cool, but not for 30 bucks. 30 bucks is way overpriced for that. Does one of those say TaylorMade?
Yeah. Actually, a couple of them do.
Pull out the TaylorMade ones. That lamp is cool. The brassy one, but I don't think we're gonna buy it. My karaoke. Boy, Evelyn would have a field day with this dumb thing.
Eat it now. I'm putting it in my cart.
We've created a monster. Dude, you need some pipes? Holy cow.
Yeah, the scrap metal back then.
Do we want to pay $23 for a couple of pipes to give to the scrap metal guy so he can get $3 a piece out of them? I have one of those in the store currently, or I donated it and that's that. These things can be good, but Oster isn't probably a brand, and that one is nasty.
You need a mailbox?
No thanks. Do you need 1,000 crafting sticks to make a lamp out of?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a whole bunch of weird things that I can be endlessly
Like-
annoying with.
You have a talent for doing that with about anything. Let's see, that's 246. It's not like Stanley brand, but see if my wife wants it anyway. Levi, finding the goods. I don't even know what you just put in the cart. You missed the giant monster truck on the top shelf.
No, I actually did.
You just decided not to get it? Oh, they just came out with another new cart. 2019, so these probably aren't worn out, and at $1.49. That's pretty cheap. Sometimes these can do well. Oh gosh, that one's gonna take some love. But this is Tinkerbell mugs, and some Tinkerbell mugs do really well. Okay, this looks better quality than, man, now that I'm touching it, maybe it's not. Probably not.
This one has writing on the bottom. Oh,
And she's missing a hand.
Hey, Dad, do you
Dude.
need a fence?
That's expensive fence. How much do they have on it? 50 bucks. That's probably a third of the real price for it, but we don't need it. And that's not make money on it price. Certainly not to make it worth handling that. Will you grab that trimmer attachment back there for me?
Trimmer. Oh gosh, that thing
$6
ain't light.
bucks. Oh, if I need to get it, I will. So this at $40 might even be worth picking up if you needed the inventory and had the time, because parting that out would be worth a whole bunch of money. How about a vintage single stick blank? But then it's only $2.99, which is encouraging to see. Oh, and that's Patagonia. $6.99. $2.64. This is really neat, really good size mater, but it's from Tyco RC, so it's supposed to have a remote, and it does. So these are a bust, even as cheap as they are. They're just not worth picking up. Mr. Potato Head and El Chupacabra. We'll see about these golf clubs. They're cheap and they're tailor-made, but they're old. Levi found this. It didn't have a price on it. I gave it to somebody to take to the bag and get a price on it. It's worth about $25, but I don't think we need it. This is a cool shirt. 2009 726 or 762 design, and then it does have a back hit too. There are 5 listed, none sold, but they're all expensive. They're like $25 start, so we could do like $20 free shipping and still make money and be the lowest price, and it's an awesome shirt. Patagonia men's large wool base layer made in the US. I think it's $5 or $6 too. 7 still worth getting. Levi found this. We never did look up those Sims games either. He thinks it's a good buy. I think he's wrong. So this would be $10 if it was in nice shape, and it is nasty.
The other two
What
are.
did you find? That one's nothing. Yeah, that one's nothing.
This is the
That
one I
Tweety
showed
Bird
you, and those two
Is not a
were
snap or vintage. So this one's kind of neat.
Snap and vintage.
Yeah. Oh, here comes a new material cart. This little Dyson baby that Levi just pulled off the shelf. These have done well for me in the past. There was also this one, and it is cooler. And if it was like branded instead of just clean, it would probably be even better than this one. But since it's generic, I think it's probably not worth getting.
Carpet anyway.
I don't know how to comp it because it's not branded. So it's just generic vacuum.
Branding it clean. Oh, sorry.
And then we found these for $3. We'll see what they are. Okay, so these are $3, and the sell-through rate is ungodly low, but they sell for $25 plus shipping. But only one sold in the last 90 days. Is this something that I should get for Q4 anyway? I don't know, you tell me. Levi finding another banger about Husqvarna for $1.49.
Woo.
So real talk, this is a $50 toy if it weren't like cracked and dirty, but I think it's cracked and dirty too much to be really worth trying to sell.
That doesn't actually pull. That was my first instinct.
All right, fam, I lied. This is no good. It is like $19 free shipping, and the sell-through rate's fairly low. But look at this. This strawberry, where'd the strawberry thingy go? Oh, it fell. This I was thinking we would want for our house. And my wife's like, no. And I was like, well, let me comp it and see. $27 plus shipping. And it's only one listed, and that one is sold, and none are currently listed for sale. And I'm only just now noticing that the sold listing I'm comping this against is for a lot of 4, and I'm an idiot. Holy cow, how did I miss all of these Calvin and Hobbes's? That's probably going to be a pretty good pickup. I'm not even going to comp them. I think there's one more on the shelf there. Levi digging through the books, found these storybooks for little folks by John Deere. And there's 3 of them, so it's $1.50, and it's probably $30 worth of books. 27 is not number by the numbers Fortune and Glory, Stephanie Plum. See if that's anything. So when we got to the register, the Calvin and Hobbes books ended up being $2.50 a piece, $2.64 or whatever the silly changes that they always make random numbers change. Levi took the basket back up, so I'm like watching for him real close. Anyway, so I still bought them because I think they're probably really good, but I don't know. The last time I had a bunch of Calvin and Hobbes books, it was a box set, and I got like $75. So with those 5 at $2.50, I'm like 12 bucks in, but should do well, I would think. Okay, so the whole family went to bed, and I'm sitting here in the dark editing this video. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, all the things that you do. We'll see you on the next one.